what gives somebody a disability? The fact that they have a condition or the fact that the VA recognizes it? The stages of filing a claim are the preparation phase, establishing what you think you should file for, doing the intent to file, and then taking that 11 months to put everything together so that you can drop it on the VA and say, here you go. 3 things you need to have in order to have a successful claim. One is the event in service.
Okay.
That event in service can be
open ranks, march!
That event in service can be broken bone, a surgery, a chronic illness, or an exposure.
Okay.
For example, you go to Camp Lejeune, you drink the water, and you develop digestive issues. Okay, that's the event in service. Then you have to have a current diagnosis, which is usually within 6 months of the filing the claim. And you need to have a diagnosis, because I've seen tons of people say they were denied, and they say, well, we don't see any diagnosis in service. Well, sometimes the service doesn't care about diagnosing you. Their function is to treat the condition and get you back into the ball game, so to speak. And they're not worried about documenting your condition. So you need to get the diagnosis. Plus, your diagnosis may have changed.
Ow! There's something you don't see every day.
For example, with my knees, I filed for, instead of just filing for knee, which means nothing. You file for knee. Well, is it there? Is it gone? Does it tickle? Does it hurt? Does it move? Not move? Whatever. So I went to the doctor. The doctor says, okay, here's what you have. You have patellofemoral pain syndrome with chondromalacia and arthritis. That's what I filed. I got the diagnosis, and now I need a nexus, which is basically bridging the gap between what happened in service and what my diagnosis is, especially if you've been out for a few minutes. So I've had conditions that, we're typical in that as veterans, we don't go on sick call. We don't want to be a sick call ranger. We're used to, and this is a gross exaggeration, but if our intestines are hanging out, we go, don't worry about it, Sarge. I'm going to rub some dirt on it and keep going. We're the stoic warrior that presses on regardless of the pain or whatever. That's just something that gets in the way, and we're going to move and press on. Okay, well, that time has passed. You're no longer the stoic warrior. You need to complain about everything. So, again, the arthritis that develops didn't develop while I was in service. It developed after I got out. So now how do I make the connection between the injury and that arthritis? Well, you need a nexus statement. And I'll explain that.
Road ranks, march!